Hello, friends. Today we are going to learn about Mother Teresa of Calcutta. Mother Teresa was born on August 26, 1910 in Skopje, Macedonia. Her birth name was Anjazugul. She was an Albanian Catholic by religion. From a very young age, she felt a calling to serve God and help those in need. She had a deep sense of faith and compassion, which would become the guiding principles of her life. When Mother Teresa was just 18 years old, she decided to follow her calling. She left her family and friends in Skopje and traveled to Ireland to join the Sisters of Loreto, a religious order of nuns. There, she learned English, which would later help her in her missionary work in India. After several years of training and study in Ireland, Mother Teresa arrived in Calcutta, India, in 1929. She taught at a school run by the Sisters of Loreto, St. Mary's School, for almost 20 years. She worked as a teacher and later became the school's principal. During this time, she lived a simple life dedicated to her religious duties and serving the community. But in 1946, everything changed. Mother Teresa was on a train journey to Darjeeling when she experienced what she later described as a call within a call. This moment of profound inspiration led her to abandon her comfortable life at the convent and dedicate herself to serving the poorest of the poor in Calcutta. For 2 years, she sought permission from the Vatican to leave the convent and pursue this new calling. Finally, in 1948, at the age of 38, she was given permission to follow her heart. With the support of a few fellow nuns, Mother Teresa left the convent and began her extraordinary work. She started by visiting the slums and streets of Calcutta, offering food, water, and basic necessities to those who had been abandoned by society. Soon, she realized that there were many people who were too sick or injured to come to her directly. So she and her small group of volunteers began going to the sick and dying wherever they were. They cared for people suffering from leprosy, tuberculosis, and other diseases that made them outcasts. In 1950, with only 5 members, Mother Teresa officially founded the Missionaries of Charity in Calcutta. Their mission was to continue serving the poorest of the poor, the sick, the dying, lepers, and orphans. Those who society had forgotten and left to die. Slowly but surely, the Missionaries of Charity grew. More people, both men and women, were drawn to Mother Teresa's vision of selfless service. By 1959, there were 500 members in the order, and by 1965, it had spread to other parts of India and beyond. In 1952, Mother Teresa opened her first home for the dying, which she named Nirmal Hu, meaning pure heart. This home provided a place where those in their final days could pass away with dignity and love, rather than dying alone on the streets. As the years went on, Mother Teresa and the Missionaries of Charity continued to expand their work. They established hospitals, orphanages, clinics, and homes for destitute women and children all over the world. Today, the Missionaries of Charity have a global presence with more than 5,000 members serving in over 100 countries. Throughout her life, Mother Teresa received numerous awards and honors for her humanitarian work, including the Nobel Peace Prize in 1979. But despite the fame and recognition, she remained humble and dedicated to her mission. She was a woman of deep faith who saw serving the poor and suffering as an act of worship. As she once said, "I am only a pencil in the hand of God. I do His work." On September 5th, 1997, at the age of 87, Mother Teresa passed away. She left behind a legacy of love, compassion, and service that continues to inspire people around the world. In 2016, she was canonized as Saint Teresa of Calcutta by Pope Francis, the head of the Catholic Church. Mother Teresa was truly an extraordinary woman who dedicated her life to helping others. She showed us that even one person with a kind heart and helping hands can make a significant difference in the world. That's all for today, friends. See you next time.